So here we are at part 3 for hip flexor and quad stretch. These next 2 exercises, the first one is the stretching, a little bit more intensive and specific stretch for the hip flexor and the quadricep. It's called a windshield wiper stretch, and then we'll follow up with the hip lifts that you learned last week in order to restabilize the pelvis. So to do these exercises, you're going to lay on your back. Your feet will be a little bit wider than hip distance. So you're thinking hip bones and then going a little wider. The knees are going to windmill over to one side. Be sure your feet stay in the same position. In this instance, I'm stretching out my right quad and hip flexor. To increase the stretch, I can begin to walk my foot around, walking my heel in the general direction of my hip, creating a stretch in the front of the hip and thigh. I'm engaging my glutes and still engaging my abs to help facilitate that stretch. Then to come out of it, you're going to walk your foot out and then windshield wiper to the other side. And then I'll walk my left foot around. And again, gently engage my abs and engage my glutes. Again, that will help to create more of a stretch in the front of the hip and thigh. And then slowly walk the foot out and return to center. This is one we're going to repeat twice. The second time you'll oftentimes get a better stretch. So again, we're going to go over, walk it around. Note here how low my knee is to the floor. Yours may not be that low. It may be a little bit higher than that. It doesn't matter. What matters is the stretch. Also, if you find that your knee is not happy about this situation, if it feels a little taut, limit your range again. You don't have to walk your foot all the way around. And then we'll do the other side one more time. Again, noticing if one side feels tighter than the other. If both feel tight, or in general, if they don't feel as tight as your hamstrings did yesterday. And then walking that back up, holding for just about 10 seconds on each side, more or less. And then we're going to restabilize with our hip rolls. Feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to scoop your abs in, engage your glutes, peel your spine up off the floor, relaxing your feet, melting the soles of the feet into the floor. Rolling back down again evenly through the right and left sides of your back. Using your abs to help facilitate movement, releasing all the way out. And then again, scooping your abs in, engaging your glutes, rolling up through the center. And then rolling back down again. As you do this, if you find that you feel really heavily weighted on one side or the other, you may want to repeat a couple more repetitions of this until you feel yourself balancing out. Okay? But doing just 2 or 3 if you're feeling good is a great number to do. So again, this is the discovery mode of our program, trying to understand the balance between the front and the back side of the body. Tomorrow we're going to start looking at the lateral and medial portions of the legs. Again, the legs have a significant influence on the position of the pelvis. The position of the pelvis has a significant influence on the spine. I have seen so many people improve their back pain by creating balance in the legs. And stretching is a great way to do that. So check in with your BFF, make notes. Again, if you feel one side is significantly tighter than the other, that's important information. Comparing the hamstring stretch from yesterday to the quad and the hip flexor stretch today. If you found that one group of muscles was tighter than the other, that's also great information. Okay, with this stretch, again, you're welcome to do this once a day. You do want to do both right and left sides twice, as we did in the video, and then finish with the hip rolls. So you could do your lunge, your windshield wiper stretch, and then your hip lift. All right, you're doing great. Thank you.